Topic 8. Identify multiple readback errors. Don't instruction remain participants required with a complete accurate readback authority. Remind participants the importance of the readback error. Readback error is detected by the dispatcher may shift the attention of the correction when the error stop. All actively listen and then reshow the rest of the readback with the can leave the dispatcher overlook the segment the potential of the more dangerous error with the incur with the participants actively listen with a complete readback. Purpose of the topic is to provide refresher for the proactive identify multiple readback errors. Goal maintain improve with the participant listening skill with regard to the multiple readback errors and error with the other every day with the dispatcher communication approximate time 1. Material radio dispatcher communication videotape with the crew with the topic 8 video dispatcher monitor with a handout with one copy of the handout with identifying multiple readback errors segment 1 for each participant EP67. Instruction. Introduce purpose of the topic. Tell the participant that you are about to play with the tape of the dispatcher communication track happens with the other dispatcher with the transcript of the tape with the topic provided with a free reference, but it should not be distributed with the group. Instruct for the group to listen to the tape of the markup of the handout so the readback error is incorrect with the incorrect Y. Show the tape and play the segment is in its entirety. 1 dispatcher train 124 124 does not exceed 25 miles per hour on number 1 track between Millers Millers Parkers Parkers over train 124 train number 124 does not exceed 25 miles per hour and on number 1 track between Millers and Millers Parkers over. Dispatcher OK 124 dispatch out. Dispatcher train number 71 over. Number 71 over. Dispatcher 71 gate the protection West Clay Street is not working. You're going to have to stop flag the crossing over. The signal is maintained. The signal maintainer out of there will be able to protect the crossing, but I want you to flag it over. Number 71. Okay, dispatcher, give it a not working East Clay Street signal. Which should be West Clay Street. Maintaining the crossing of the flag it over. The dispatcher number 71 of the West Clay over. Okay, right, dispatcher West Clay west over. Number 3, 4-man dispatcher. I'd like you to get permit to run to Central Stewart. Just a route, highly rail inspection trip. And dispatcher go through RC 75 over. Dispatcher, okay, foreman, TC, track circular permit number 12, and 1-2 date, March 13, 2000, track cut, foreman, track car, foreman Smith, Central, line R, track number TC 75, run train Central, SENTRAL to Stewart. On track number 2, TWO until 16-3, until half past 1600 hours or 1630. Other information following except for the 901 West Extra with the 902 West Dispatcher RJW over. Foreman Smith, the train circular permit number 12. One date, March 13th, 2000, track car Freeman Smith at Pasco. LR track number RC75, Center Central to Stewart on track number 22 until the 16.5 hour, 16:30. Other information following 7901 West Dispatch RJW over. And that is actually supposed to be Central to Stewart instead of Central to Stewart, Smith at Pasco, Smith at Central. Permit 12 complete 1525 152 digit RJ over complete 11525 over. Signal number 4 signal maintainer District 2 the dispatcher. I'd like you to do a signal test at the diamond of the Hightley. I'm going to need the interlocking putting a shutdown over. Dispatcher maintainer Jones. Okay to put the shutdown interlocking on the diamond Hetley. Let me know when you're done. Okay, over. Single maintainer the dispatcher will let you know when I'm done with it. I'll let you know when I'm done with the task. Out. Track 5, track foreman, track car foreman, Gandy, dispatcher 3, dispatcher would like to permit run Park Street to Grimbernie over. Dispatcher, okay, from Ormond, Grandy, track permit number 5454, granted on main track parking, Park Street, Barney, 1240 to, and, 20 minutes till 1300 hours to 20 minutes, 1400, 20 minutes before 1400 hours over. Foreman, Gandy, track permit number 154, granted on Lane Track, Park Street, Bernie at 1240 and 1340 over. So your error there is the track permit number 54 and 154, and it's also spelled out wrong. And then it was supposed to be Park Street to Bernie, and Bearing is spelled Bernie, and complete 12 TAW over. 6, dispatcher train 4473, Foreman, Brown, track bulletin number 419, line 4 between Claire, CLAIR, Fulton, FULTON, number 1, track, train 4473, may pass red flag, located at milepost 32.4, 32 decimal 4 without stopping, over. Train 4473, this is Foreman Brown using track bulletin number 15, line 4, Claire, Dalton, number 1 track, train 473, may red pass at milepost 32.4234 without stopping over. Okay, 53 p.m. out. So you see that the track bulletin number was wrong. Also, it was Claire to Dalton, and the milepost was actually correct. 7, the drain dispatcher 3301. I've got to switch over the corresponding with the decon just junction. You have permission to single with the decon eastward with the main track, eastward branch track. You have the right to power the switch hand throw it line and lock it for the branch over. Train 3301, permission to signal the decon eastward main track, branch track, taking the power off the switch at the decon junction, put the hand throw and line and lock it for the branch over. Dispatchers, okay, 3301, need to restore the power to the switch, leave it on and hand throw over. Time 3301, okay, leave the switch and hand throw 301 over. 8. Train 401, dispatcher 2, dispatcher, we've got equipment blocked in here, number 4 house track, string of 3 freight cars looking like they may have rolled down to foul house leader, over. Dispatcher, can any of the passenger equipment get out of the yard? What about track 1, over? Train 401, I should be able to get the set out, but only for 3 cars. We need 6 cars set, over. Dispatcher, look to take off, set off on number 1 first. I want you to set for the handbrakes on all the freight cars so that they don't roll any further, over. Train 401, okay, dispatcher, tie the brakes on freight cars, take for the set on the equipment on 1 out. 9, dispatcher, engine ST engine 355, passenger train number 255, running 22 minutes late out of the last station. They may make up some time, could running at about 15 late by time, which Lincoln Station with the need to hold clear of the seems to look like I'm coming in with the time, over. Okay, 255 late. Fifth is 15 minutes late. No need for the whole car over the passenger station, and no need to hold the clear over the passenger station. Lincoln, over. Dispatcher 355, 22 minutes late on the last station, over. Okay, 22 late, out. ST35, okay, 22 late, out. Dispatcher, out. 10. Track time permit number 3434, engine WP434, XS and CP204, Canadian Pacific 201 main track, CP233 main track, blocked until 1615 GSP, over. WP434, track time permit number 3434 to engine WP434 at XSCP204 main track, CP233 main track, blocked out at 1615 GSP, over. Okay, 1325 dispatch GSP, over. WP434, okay, 1325 GSP, over. And 1325 should have been 1615. Dispatcher out. When you receive the answer segment and group it and found with the question recorded, respond with a flip chart. One of the most difficult multiple readback errors detected. What multiple readback errors are typical that you have a third on the job. What other techniques you would have identified inaccurate readback airbacks? What relation between the multiple readback errors you with the workload? Identify multiple records. Number 124 was correct. Number 71 was not correct. Dispatcher kept the wrong crossing location crew to the east of the west from the midst of the incorrect readback. Necessity protecting crossing. 2 substitutions. Foreman Smith was wrong. Dispatcher the incorrect assignment of permitted track circular 75. Foreman Smith incorrectly excluded 902 west from this readback. Signal maintainer SPRY was correct. Foreman Gandy was incorrect. Incorrect readback permit number 154 for 54 location Murney and Barney 2 substation. Train 4473 was incorrect. Incorrect readback bulletin number 15 instead of 19. Dalton instead of the Fulton. Train 3301 was correct. Train 401 was correct. ST 355 was not correct. Incorrect readback of 15 instead of 22. Incorrect readback instruction. Hold clear. Station 2 substitute WP 434. Call signer and dispatch correct yes or no. Error worksheet to identify topic number 9. Identify readback errors.